Hey guys, it's Anime OGsan, and it's time for my preview for the fall 2024 season. The fall is always a refreshing change from the drought of the summer, and there's plenty to look forward to. I'm going to start off with the new series because there are so many good continuations this season. The show I've been waiting for all year, even more than Kaiju number 8, is finally here, Dandadan. The story follows Takakura Ken, a scrawny bespectacled nerd who's into aliens, and Ayase Momo, a pretty and popular girl who's into spirits. And when they engage in a bet over which side actually exists, they get mixed up into events that give them unexpected powers and end up with them having to fight with both aliens and spirits. The pair are joined by a small cast of supporting characters as they start to develop a special relationship with each other. Dandadan is being produced by Science Saru, one of my favorite studios, behind so many good shows, including Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken and Devilman Crybaby. The settings, situations, and humor are not exactly typical of your mainstream battle manga, and I think Science Saru is a perfect fit with its creativity and willingness to experiment. Next up is Uzumaki, a 4-episode adaptation of Junji Ito's work. The story takes place in a town called Kurozucho and follows a young couple, Goshima Kirie and Saito Shuichi, as a spiral curse takes over their town, affecting all of the citizens and the town itself. They cannot escape and instead head into the center of the mystery. Dragon Ball DAIMA is another installment of the Dragon Ball series and the last thing that Toriyama worked on before his passing. The premise is similar to GT. Goku and friends have been turned into kids and are transported to a new world. My favorite part of the original Dragon Ball was before Goku became an adult, so I have an open mind. I made a short about the new Ranma 1/2 adaptation a little while ago, so I won't go into too much detail, but Ranma is one of those classic series that got a lot of the old school weebs into manga and anime, at least in the US. The remake of Urusei Yatsura has already aired its second season, earlier this year, which makes sense because it was much more popular than Ranma in Japan, something I might get into in a later video. Anyway, I grew up here in the States, so I'm excited for the adaptation. Murai no Koi is technically counted as a fall anime, although we're already 3 episodes in. It's about a high school kid named Murai, who is in love with his teacher, Miss Tanaka, who the other students call Tetsuko. Moral issues aside, she just isn't interested in real flesh and blood men, being a secret otaku in love with a character from her favorite dating sim. The art and animation are purposefully janky at times, in a way that is really refreshing. I'm not too sure about the next few, but the trailers and synopses looked interesting. Mecha Ude, or Mechanical Arms, is about a world where alien life forms fuse with humans, taking the form of mechanical arms called Mecha Ude. The story follows Amatsuga Hikaru with the Mecha Uda Arma and Murasame Aki, who is searching for a snake-type Mecha Ude wielder. And Orb on the Movements of the Earth is set in an alternate world following the lives of people willing to challenge religion and geocentrism at the cost of their own lives, and how their lives influence the people who took up the struggle throughout the years. Okay, now on to continuations. ReZero is finally getting a 3rd season, after more than 3 years since the 2nd. After the events at Sanctuary, Subaru and the rest head to the Watergate city, Cristela. Shangri-la Frontier is getting a 2nd season. It definitely grew on me as the series went on. The art and animation are really well done, and there are clear goals, both long-term and short-term, which really drives the story. The soccer anime, Blue Lock, is getting a 2nd season. Rather than a traditional sports anime, it's more like a death game anime with soccer mixed in it. There was this guy on YouTube recreating the moves from the anime that was pretty cool. The remake of Rurouni Kenshin is getting a 2nd season. I made a video about it a long time ago, and while I was resistant about an unnecessary remake because of my attachment to the original, I'm hoping it changes my mind. Also, Danmachi is getting its 5th season, Sword Art Online alternative Gale Online is getting a second season, and Bleach 1000 Year Blood War is getting its third part. I could add a few more that I'll be keeping tabs on, but I'll end this video here. I'm definitely looking forward to this fall.